everyone. What a day. I'm sitting in my room and I ended up coming home from work early, exceptionally early. I was there for not maybe an hour before I ended up leaving and coming home. Had a bad anxiety attack at work, and it was induced by some factors that were beyond my control. Namely, someone who's kind of micromanaging. I'll just leave it there. I've been thinking a lot about what kind of content to upload to my channel, and if this is something that I really want to dive into in this space. But I feel like it is the best space for it because, I mean, this is my life, this is real, this is something that plagues me, and this is something I want to talk about. And I feel like it resonates with people. And yeah, so I want to first start off by saying that for those of you who don't know, I work for a sizable tech company in Seattle, and I am a working professional who does marketing, and I've been with the company I'm at for a little over 5 years now in total, and that came about through some acquisitions and mergers as well. But total time, tenure, all that stuff is like 5 years and some odd months. So it's a long time. I identify as being millennial, and the 5-year mark is actually higher than what's on average for any person of any age. According to research, and I wish I knew exactly who to link or who to credit for this data, but on average, people spend about 4.4 years at a job before they move on to another. And research also indicates that millennials, for example, are more likely to have job hopping experiences, in that they estimate, I want to say like 20 jobs per millennial in a lifetime, which sounds really crazy, especially if you're kind of used to this mentality where you find your career and you stay there for your 20-30 years and you retire and that's that. But that's not how life is anymore. Life gives you choices, at least in bigger cities or areas where there's a lot of options available. But more options, more choices, more education, more doorways, more options, let's just leave it there, means that if one option or where you're working is not a good fit for you, or you don't feel challenged, or you don't feel like you're making what you're worth, then you can leave and you can find another job. And I know from a company standpoint that that higher attrition level is really challenging, because you want to attract first and foremost the best talent, and you want to retain it, and it's become a struggle because we millennials, are challenging them with that. So I've been with my company for a long time, and I've done a lot of really big projects, and I have a lot of visibility in the company now, whereas a year and a half ago I didn't. And I gained that visibility because I founded and I launched a women's network within our company, and we have almost 600 people in our network company-wide, and we have multiple offices across the country. And it blows my mind that in less than a year, we officially launched in December of 2017, and since then we've increased our numbers by over 100. Actually, I want to say almost 250%. So from 200 some odd members up to 600 or so. Just blows my mind. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about how changing times means that companies need to get on board with that. And then also, as an individual or someone who works for these companies, how do you find the sense of belonging to those companies, and or how do you navigate this jungle gym of crazy company politics and find your sense of value within the company, but also live out your true purpose and the true meaning to yourself. So today, after I left, I had to go to HR, and there's some issues that I had with my boss today which triggered my anxiety attack. And today, I had to really sit there and think. Someone asked me, what do you want to achieve, or what is it that you really want out of this situation? Really think about where this goes. And this is coming from someone that I trust within the company, and I'm so grateful that I had her and she had my back, because I was able to leave when I needed to, and I felt supported, and I felt like someone was advocating on my behalf. Not everybody has that resource within their workplaces, so it's really hard to navigate that, especially if you have mental health or other health concerns that, people just who are able-bodied or able-minded just don't understand. So for me, it was just really beneficial to have that support system in place. Now, going back to that question she had asked me, what do you want? What is the outcome that you want? And it made me think about things in a perspective that I haven't looked at them in a while. It's like, do I want to go down this corporate path? Do I want to continue to work my way up? If I do that, how much stress am I putting my body under? How much more anxiety is that going to induce? Am I really going to be happy if at this point, what is it that I'm seeking from this job? What am I getting out of this job? It's like I get recognition, and I get the sense of pride that the network that I've helped build out and that I founded is doing amazing things, and that people feel like they have worth again. But is that enough for me to stay in a company where I might not be happy, or I might not have all the benefits or the needs fulfilled that I have? So it's a question that I think a lot of people have to come to terms with. What do you really want? I mean, we see all sorts of people, at least in my age group. I see all these, it seems to be primarily girls, but guys too, on Instagram or YouTube, living this lavish lifestyle, and they're able to travel and roam freely, and they're always asking you to sign up for their coaching sessions and join them on their journey, and they make you feel like you're part of that, and they tell you, oh, you can live this lifestyle too, here's a coaching plan, subscribe, and here you go, and that'll give you all the tools you need. But it's not that simple. First and foremost, that lifestyle doesn't work for everybody, but I see that kind of lifestyle resonating for me, and I feel like it resonates for a lot of millennials or people who are younger. We want to have that YOLO life, you only live once mentality, and we want to enjoy life and have work-life balance. But how do we accomplish that? I'm salaried, so I could work an 80-hour week, I could work a 30-hour week. I get paid the same no matter what. So work-life balance is tough. Sometimes I do actually work those 80-hour weeks. It just depends on what's going on, and it's tough because I want to go out and enjoy things, especially as it gets nicer out. It's sunny and beautiful, and I would love to just sit by the beach, sit on the beach with a good book. I've been wanting to read, I just don't have time. Or I would love to just sit here and edit videos for everyone, but I just don't have time. I would love to finish my crocheting project. I have a blanket that I've been meaning to make for my grandniece. Yes, I have a grandniece. It's sitting there half made up, and I just don't have the time to sit there and crochet all the time. And plus I have, not arthritis, but what's that other one, carpal tunnel. Anyway. I have art projects I want to do. I get inspired to create things and make things, but I don't have the space for it necessarily, and if I do have the space, it means there's just so many little things that tie into this, so it can be really frustrating. But it goes back to that question, what do I want? What do you want? I think it's a valid question, and I have to wonder if the path that I'm currently on will help me to achieve my ultimate goals and dreams for myself, which seem to be continuously evolving and changing as I move along. My health issues, for one, change or put a new lens and perspective on what I see as being free. Being free doesn't necessarily mean that I'm out about roaming the world and having this carefree spirit, although I would love to be that person. But it also means just being able to function, being able to get out of bed and walk around and have energy and not feel run down, not feel so tired and fatigued and in pain. So those types of things. It just depends on the person, I guess. But There's this book that I've been reading, and it's part of our mentorship program within our women's network at the company I work for, called Playing Big, and it's by Tara Moore, and it's an exceptional book. In it, she talks about finding your inner mentor, and she takes you through this visualization exercise. You listen to a recording that she has on her website, and it's free. I'll link it below. But you listen to this visualization exercise, and as you go through it, you kind of get a sense for who you really are, who that true self is, and you label that person as your inner mentor. It's that voice that you know is always right, who's got your back, who's that motherly or loving figure that speaks to you in a kind and mature and very much uplifting kind of tone. And the book walks you through naming her, because it's a her for me. Might be men, might be a male voice, might be someone else. It might not even be gendered. It's going to look different for each person. But for me, I think about where that person, my inner mentor, was during my my visualization exercise, and she was in this cute little house. Well, I won't say little, it's a good sized house, but I've had this vision in my head all these years about what my dream home looked like, and it's evolved. It's changed throughout the years. And I saw her, she welcomed me in. So it's older self looking at younger self. She invited me in, and in the heart of the house was the kitchen. And then there was this little cozy nook to the side of the kitchen with windows everywhere. And there were plants hanging from the ceiling, kind of in this arboretum type of feel. I don't know what to call it, like glass house, I don't know, greenhouse, but it was this whole area, like this little breakfast nook. And there's a big table, and the nook had this bench wrapped into the wall, and then at the table there were 2 coffee mugs, and there's some hot tea and all the goodies that go in tea, like honey and stuff. And she was just happy, and I could sense that she felt free, and that she could just be herself, and that she didn't feel tied or constricted by other people's sets of beliefs or rules or anything, that she lived by her own rules, and because of that she was happy. And I have to think about where that person is within inside of me, and how do I become that person, or how do I find that where I'm at, or does that mean I'm in the wrong career path? It's a obviously very deep personal thing, but it's a good question. You have to wonder where your path is and how you get to this path. I created a vision board a few months ago with my priorities on what I want to accomplish this year, and I'm looking at it like, yeah, that still makes sense, but I'm like, you know what, I need to reevaluate those goals and really embody this inner mentor spirit that I have within, and be truer to my real self. And that also includes deciding, what is the right fit for me in my career. And I think we all go through this sort of existential crisis, as we mature. I'm coming upon my 30th birthday in several months, but it's something. I feel like we're all, once we hit certain landmarks and milestones in years, then we're expected to have some of our crap together, so to speak. And I'm always feeling like I'm in flux with that. So I know I'm not the only one, right? I'm not the only one. But anyway, I feel like I've just been rambling and kind of doing a pep talk towards myself. So if this resonates with you, or you have thoughts about it, comment below, because I would just love to hear how other people are kind of dealing with these issues at work or in life in general. And I'm going to leave you all with one simple question. If you close your eyes and you think about where you want to be in your 60s or 70s, or wherever you picture yourself to be the happiest. I don't know. I feel like that's kind of the goalpost, is when you retire, you're the happiest, right? But wherever you want to be the happiest, or you foresee yourself being the happiest, and what surrounds you, or what surrounds that person. Is it this charming house? Is it a condo? Is it Are you on vacation? Are you on a cruise ship? Are you surrounded by your grandbabies? Are you surrounded by your own children? Where are you, and what does that look like? And how does that feel? How does it feel within inside yourself to think that that's you and that's where you really want to be? Comment below as I knock things over. Comment below and let me know what you think. And yeah, if this kind of video is interesting to you, then give me a thumbs up, and please leave that comment so that my videos get seen. YouTube doesn't like sharing videos unless other people like them, so if you don't like them, then nobody else is going to see them. So if you think my message is helpful, then please do that. It really helps me out. Anyway, I appreciate you, and I hope you all have an awesome day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye!